Okay, so looking at the work, the logo, this looks great. Everything looks really good here. I'm going to show you something now. Let me show you something real quick here. I'm looking at just got some measurements down here. I'm looking at this, still looks like it's off center. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab my measuring tool. I'm in Adobe Acrobat. Just grab my measuring tool right here. I've drawn these guides at the end of each end of the type, the word mark. So I'm just going to place my cursor right there with the measuring tool. And we'll go right to the edge right there. Okay, that's 0.060 of an inch. Okay, let's go over here and do the same thing. Right at the edge there, and let's go to the edge right there, and that's 0.063 of an inch. So we can see that we're still off a little bit. It's still not centered. So I just wanted to make you aware of that. Okay, let's go back to the document. And so your setup is good. I think everything is really good. So far, so good. We'll be addressing this portion of the presentation next week, or actually this week, when we start looking at phase 4 final presentation. Talk about typography placement, grid structure, page structure, composition, etc. Right now, we're still in the phase 3 design development stage. So let's just go ahead and take a look at that. Logo, good job, good mechanics. I think the horizontal logo looks very good, much better. Really much better. It's just composed so much more thoughtfully, and I think the mechanics of the logo itself are much stronger. It's got a much more firm base, and it's just really a lot stronger in terms of visual structure. Also, the background pattern, much better. It looks. I mean, it has meaning, it has concept, and it has a good connection with the work itself. It seemed like those other lines were just kind of random. So this is, I think this is much better. Let's move down. Pictograms look fantastic, of course. Talking about your typography, good. These look good. I think these look great. The lanyards apparel. We need more images, though, Kiri. I think we're a little short on images and really drawing a connection between the viewer and the actual Olympic graphics. And the way to do that is by presenting more images. These look great, though. Good job there with that watermark, that ghosted back kind of lower opacity graphics at the bottom of the shirt. And I think it's smart to reduce that opacity based on the fact that you don't want anything competing with the logo itself. So, okay, the ticket itself, the ticket, it seems to be oriented kind of strangely. I know another student uses the same mock-up for the ticket itself, and it just seems like it's almost upside down. So it to me, I would rather see it, turn the image itself on its axis and compose the ticket either vertically or horizontally, but it doesn't work. You got the logo pointing this way and the graphics pointing this way. So it's really going to be strange when you turn it to read the graphics. The logo is going to be on its side. And of course, you don't want that. You want to maintain a strong branding essence, so you don't want to do that. These look good. I think this is where you're starting to get some real strength in your presentation. So these look very good, very good. I think that what you have is great. I just don't think we have enough yet. Now, be sure to go through those demonstrations. Be sure to go through those. The reason I said demonstration is because I was looking at your t-shirt, and I had placed a demonstration for using a displacement map to make the graphics appear to conform to the contours of the shirt. So be sure to view that. That's over in the announcements area. I've also sent a personal message to each one in the class, each student in the class, to that effect. But also in the announcements area, there's those 4 examples, and go through those, Kiri. There's wonderful examples. That looks awesome. I love that. The examples show building graphics, environmental graphics, and that's one thing I'm not seeing in your presentation. So really, basically, we've got venue, transportation, technologies, some signage, tickets, and t-shirts, and that's it. So I think we need a more robust package here. Now let me jump over to the way this will be graded. I just want to share this with you guys, just because this is kind of one of the last areas where I want to make these solid points before we go into final presentation. So the one area I think that you're lacking a little bit is depth and scope of ideation and processes. And I say that because, like I said, what you have is good. I just don't think you have enough. This is not ready to put into your final presentation. I think you need more. I think you need more graphics. little bit about the pictograms. I think that this is really tiny right here, the hockey stick or the hockey puck. That's so small, it's going to fall apart once we back down a little bit. You won't be able to really see what that is. And then the skates at the bottom of the figures, I think that those could be separated a little bit and made a little bit larger. The black areas, I guess what I'm saying, could use a little more prominence in those illustrations. Okay, so basically that's all I'm saying. As far as, you know, basic deductions are just going to be based on this, the depth and scope of ideation is the process, and not meaning that what you're doing is, there's nothing wrong with what you're doing. What you're doing is outstanding. I just think we need more of it. Okay, any questions, comments, or other, please let me know. Thanks, Carrie.